Hey Gemini, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this week's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for July 2nd through the 8th. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. The heart of your reading, we have the Lovers in reverse. So you're showing up, but in the reverse. Lovers represents the sign of Gemini. So I definitely like that putting yourself first in the reading, energetically speaking. We do have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So the Lovers being in reverse tells me that there was a period of deliberation whether or not to revive something, or in revival of something, whether it be a relationship, going back to an old job, moving back in with an old roommate, some sort of energetic reboot of an old situation. There's either not making a decision yet, it could be a yes but not yet, or it could be a no. So let's see how the reading unfolds, and that'll give us a little bit more insight. What's the challenge here? An ending, Ten of Swords. Letting something go ideologically or mentally. This is a mindset. Perhaps an entire belief system. Likely about this Three of Pentacles energy, which is like a strongly held belief that you have about giving something your best. When you commit to something, you have to be able to give your best and be able to rely on the other people to also give their best. If you are collaborating with one or more people in a group or a partnership and someone's not pulling their weight, it won't work. So this sort of ending, this sort of release has to do with either because of your belief in this, you're ending a situation and being committed to that belief, or you're letting go of a stubbornly held belief that you're realizing is no longer serving you. It may not be, you might be reevaluating or kind of fine-tuning what you think or how you think about that sort of thing, like contributing to a group. Your focus is the King of Cups energy. This is, if it's you, this means that you want to be emotionally in control. That tells me you don't feel like your current situation is presenting you with that opportunity. If your focus is more on the other person in this situation, then you are seeing them as the person who has emotional maturity and, dare I say, like more emotional power, so to speak. It's like, even though this King of Cups is in the upright, it feels a bit overstepping their bounds, energetically speaking, with their emotions. It feels like they have big emotions, and when they participate in a situation, it usually ends up that the loudest voice in the room, theirs, so to speak, is the one that gets heard. So their emotions end up being the ones that kind of take over the situation. So that could be you or the other person. In the recent past, you really took a step back from all of this to get your bearings, to try and see the situation more clearly. You might have felt like you were just too close to it. Like you're getting distracted by the details, and you wanted to zoom out and see the whole situation. So that Hermit showing up in the recent past means that I think you're still in that energy, to be honest. This energy of, I don't want to dive back into it either at all, or you don't want to dive into it fully, because you really feel like there are a lot of unknowns here with the Moon at the bottom of the deck. You want to be able to get more insight or more of a handle on the unknown factors. Why is this all happening? Wands. Two of Wands in reverse, 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You either have a plan that is not in your highest good, and the reason why this is happening is because if you reevaluate or change or cancel that plan, you'll be better off, better suited to make it to an end point that is going to be emotionally satisfying for you. The other possibility here is that you're meant to wait on something. This reversal could just be a pause. Like, let's gather more information. Let's get our ducks in a row. Let's make sure that we have all the insights necessary and we're seeing the situation clearly before moving forward. So maybe the plan is good. Maybe the plan will eventually unfold. But I think that's why I was picking up on this Hermit energy in the recent past kind of not being over yet. Because I do think you're still in this information gathering phase. Show me the near future. How does this unfold for Gemini? We have the Queen of Wands with the Sun. Okay, so now we have a king and a queen on the board. So this does feel like relationship-y territory to me. This confident character, the Queen of Wands, I feel like this is more your energy showing up in the reading, regardless of gender, that you are going to feel empowered, beautiful, desirable, like you have what it takes to attract the energy, to attract the resources, to attract the attraction. Yeah, like to get people attracted to you. I mean, I'll stop short of saying lure people in, but it is that energy of like knowing the certainty of what you've got and that people are going to want it in some regard. This energy is going to let you not just sit back and wait for others to come to you, but it's going to allow you to gracefully and with a sense of ease and joy and almost like simplicity, in the sense that it's like it doesn't feel overly complicated. It doesn't feel like it's mentally bogging you down. To move forward toward new opportunities that you see. Not waiting for things to come to you, but this confidence, this sense of like, I've got it going on, and I'm going to go get it. As you walk through that path toward things that excite you, towards things that are interesting, towards things that enrich you and make you feel that spark, that alive energy, that's when and where these opportunities are going to be presenting themselves. So I see you like getting out there in some regard, just doing things that you're interested in, whatever that is. If it's going to some meetups or hanging out with friends, or going out to see a concert or a show, or performing at an event. It's like going out and amongst other people just to do something that's fun to you is going to also put the spotlight on you in some regard, where opportunities are going to be presented to you without much effort on your part, just for the sake of you being you. And like what you have to offer is valuable to the people that you're going to be aligned with. Now, don't let that psych you out. Like, don't go looking for those opportunities. The name of the game here is doing things that are fun for you, enjoyable for you. Putting yourself in situations where you're going to feel like you look your best, like you feel your best, like you can perform at your best, those sorts of things. Situations that you know work for you, that sort of thing. Okay, your surprise energy is the Queen of Cups. This could be whomever it is you're focusing on now, finding a new partner. if that's the case, I don't think you're going to be too upset about it. I think you're going to have, if this week someone that you either want to be in a relationship with or aren't sure, or you're taking a break from someone, or you've just broken up with someone, if you find out about a new partner that they are talking to, or it's almost like you're going to see out, yeah, it feels like a very emotionally mature response. Like, wow, they're actually a really good pair. They're actually a really good match. Like, no wonder I was taking a step back to wait and see if I wanted to move forward with this plan, because whatever presents itself now is like a more harmonious match for the King of Cups than the Queen of Wands was. Now, I do feel like for most of you, that's what I'm seeing here. That's how I'm going to interpret it. Now, an alternate interpretation is that you are showing up with this Queen of Cups energy in some way, that through embodying that Wands energy of vibrancy and feeling alluring and feeling like things are just unfolding in your favor, that you feel emotionally rejuvenated and your cup runneth over in a way that you're more suited to match up with this King of Cups energy. So this definitely could be you. If that's the case, you're going to surprise yourself by feeling loving toward this person, by seeing yourself more as a match for them, whereas you'd been deliberating in the past. The reason why I feel this as a positive thing either way, like you're going to perceive it in a positive way, in a mature way, is because we have Temperance at the bottom of the deck. That's how you're going to be feeling about it, is like, well, let's see how it goes. I feel easy going about this. I trust it. It's going to work out. It might take some time for it to work out, and I don't need to rush it because I'm me. I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm amazing. And if this one doesn't work out, I'm going to have so many other opportunities, not even worried about it. I like that energy for you, so keep it up. Your hopes and fears, we have the Six of Cups. A large part of you wants the ideal, your idealized version of happiness, of reciprocal energy exchange. Now, because this looks like a relationship reading, that interpretation would mean you're really hoping someone from your past, or someone you knew from even as young as childhood, is going to be the one for you. But it's also just overall this energy of, in your mind, the way things should be, right? It's like emotionally, things should be perfect. You have this ideal, this idea of perfection emotionally, of how a relationship should be, to feel happy about it for you. So you're hopeful of that. You're hopeful that that's real and not a fantasy. But you're also, part of you doesn't trust it. You're fearful of it. When it shows up in your life, you're like, this is too good to be true. This is an idealized fantasy. How can this actually be real? How can this be happening? So if that's resonating for you, then this whole reading takes the tone of you want to end things and not jump into a new relationship, even though it looks good on paper, because you're worried that you're being suckered. You're worried that it's too good. So watch out for that if that's your story. That's not going to be for all of you. Show me the end result. How does this all turn out? We have Death in reverse. So you're going to meet this challenge head on of the ending, something that you need to evolve, move through, let go, most likely a way of thinking. And the fact that the Death card is in reverse tells me that this ending is kind of already underway, because I see you completing the ending here, getting out of the rocky situation that has you kind of topsy-turvy emotionally or unsure emotionally here with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and into smoother, more easy flowing. Yeah, definitely. Because that's what you're headed towards. That's what I described it for this near future energy. So I like it very much. The difficulty that you've been experiencing through this situation is coming to a close. I feel like it's going to feel very different within a few weeks. Even at the end of this week, you'll feel different by the end of this week. Things are progressing quickly. But it is kind of a major ending or major transformation. So I don't want to put it out there that it's like, it's all going to be tied up with a neat little bow at the end of this week. I think it's more complex than that, and you already know that. But real progress being made. Like demonstrable progress. You'll see it. You'll feel it. Okay. Your advice. Emperor in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. If someone shows up in your life as Emperor in reverse energy, that means that they are being selfish, controlling, manipulative. They're using their power in a way that is unhealthy for them, unhealthy for you. So watch out for that. Meet that energy with Page of Cups in reverse, if anything, which is like, that doesn't appeal to me. I'm not going to pursue that. I don't want to engage with that. Or another possibility, see that this is a mask that someone is wearing for what's really underneath, which is a lack of desire, an immature emotional state. So this could be like bluff and bravado and someone lashing out in anger and trying to maintain a position of power and control where they're really just a sad, scared, hurt child. So this is like inner child energy here. I mean, I do feel a sense of compassion there, but the advice is to not engage, or to see it for what it really is and not get triggered, because that's what they're trying to do. If you get triggered, you get sucked back into their story and they have the power again. So watch out for that. Okay, Gemini, good luck this week. Take care, and I'll see you back next week. Bye.